What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, Spider Sense Riding. It's your neighborhood-friendly Spyder Can-Am specialist here, DJ, at Moto Member Select, your largest Can-Am Spyder dealer here in the U.S. And today, I wanted to address one of the biggest questions that I get at the dealership, especially with my tenure here working at the company, and that is going to be, why would somebody transition from 2 wheels to 3 wheels? But before I jump into that, of course, I got to address the model at hand today, and that is a 2025 Spyder RT Limited in the gorgeous Marsala red metallic with the platinum trim. And this is going to be a perfect example of a bike that I can use in this video on why somebody makes that transition from 2 to 3 wheels. But the main answer that I really have for that person is going to be confidence, surprising or not. That's right, confidence. Somebody that rides 2 wheels the entire life, their bodies might be banged up over a period of time, from their knees to their back. And when I say confidence is, coming to a red light on a big bike that's fairly heavy, at lower speeds, being able to hold that bike up at a red light, at a stop sign, backing out of a parking spot, seeing gravel on the road. It could be slick conditions on the road, like it just rained, it is raining, or it just finished raining. Those are some of the factors that come into play on why somebody makes that transition from 2 to 3 wheels. Some people tell me that they're going to ride 2 wheels until their knees go out, and they're going to stop riding from there. That does not have to be the case. We can change and we can turn the page in a new chapter in our life by hopping on the 3-wheel, getting that wind therapy is what I like to call it. Doesn't mean you have to stop riding when your knee goes out. I've had people come in here, they just come out of knee surgery, they've had knee replacements. That doesn't even matter. You can have injuries to your body, and hopping on the bike does not cause any strain to your body whatsoever when you get on and you enjoy the road. There's a lot of features on this bike that allow us to inspire confidence, from not having to worry about balance anymore. You have 3 wheels that takes care of that. You have a reverse mechanism now that you can get up to about 10 miles an hour. So backing out of parking spots, backing out of spots that have hills, there could be gravel on the road. It could have just been raining. It is raining, or it just finished raining, where those roads are really slick. Those white lines and those yellow lines, they can be really slick. But hopping on a 3-wheel bike, that completely negates any balance issues whatsoever. The next thing is going to be the weight of a bike. And I'm going to use a couple bikes as an example, not bashing them as well, because I know they are great bikes, but Harleys and Indians, those big kind of style baggers that people like to go long distance with. They like to tour, they like to ride 2 up, they like to carry their storage on there. But a bike that heavy, it's a 700, 800, 900 pound bike. It could be even more than that if you have storage, if you have a passenger. But coming to a red light, trying to hold that bike up when our knees aren't as strong as they used to be, which I know we wish they were, but our bodies do give out over time. So holding that bike up in those kind of conditions can be a little bit nervous at times. So confidence is a huge reason why people make that transition from 2 wheels to 3 wheels. Another common one is somebody's spouse. They might be sitting in the passenger seat enjoying the ride, but they're not confident in that driver holding that bike up with 2 people on it anymore. So I've heard plenty of times that the reason why I'm making that transition, or even in the market or looking at a Spyder, is because my wife wants to ride, but she is not confident in riding 2 up with me anymore. I want to share the road with her. That's the main reason why we got into riding bikes in the first place, is because I wanted to enjoy the road with my spouse. So being able to continue on riding, enjoying the road, getting that wind therapy, having fun on the bike is a reason why somebody makes that transition from 2 to 3 wheels. And this is a perfect example right here, this RT Limited, on why somebody transitions from a big style bagger bike. And I'm just going to use an example like an Indian Roadmaster. Wonderful bike, beautiful bike, great balance, completely weightless when you're up on the road at higher speeds and moving. Great bike. But if I have somebody in this dealership and they tell me that they want to make a transition, that's the bike that they came from, I want to give them a lateral move, or something that's a little bit more up on a model. And by that, I mean an Indian Roadmaster, for example, has side bags to carry their luggage. The Spyder has 2 integrated side bags as well. A Roadmaster also has a top case to carry their stuff back there. So does the Spyder RT Limited. But now, on top of those bags that you have front storage space. So you can keep suitcases, helmets, jackets, duffel bags, backpacks, all that stuff in their front trunk now. I have not seen one 2-wheel bike that has added front storage bags. So if somebody's going to make that transition from that style of bike, the next bike that I would definitely recommend that they go to is an RT Limited. I don't want them to feel like when they make that transition, they're going to lose anything. They're missing out on some stuff that they had on the previous bike. If anything, I'm going to put you on the same style of bike, plus more if I have that capability, if you're open to it as well. But Hopping on an RT Limited or any Spyder in general, you have three wheels. Forget about balance. This bike weighs 900 pounds. Again, give or take storage, give or take having a passenger on there, but you do not feel 900 pounds whatsoever at low speeds or even at high speeds, definitely not. So backing out in reverse, you can get up to about 10 miles an hour. So if you're backing up on a hill, if you see gravel on the road, if you're on hay or something like that, using reverse or even going forward, there is no slippage involved. There is no balance issues. You're not going to feel like you're tipping. So both the driver and the passenger can feel absolutely confident in riding a three-wheel, going long distance, short distance, traveling the country, traveling the world on such a bike. You have that capability of doing so by smiling, by enjoying the road, by getting that wind therapy, because that's really what it comes down to at the end of the day. Those that tell me that they're not going to ride two wheels after their knees go out, whatever it is, it saddens my heart, because you can still enjoy life on a three-wheel bike, not caring what anybody else thinks, by hopping on something like this and going the distance. So I didn't want to go too in depth, just wanted to address the huge question that I get on why somebody transitions from two wheels to three wheels. And again, the main reason is confidence. If I can inspire confidence, if I can educate you a little bit on our Spyders here, we can make that transition together. I can show you the ropes. I can show you exactly how to make it happen. And I'm happy to do so at the end of the day. But thank you guys for watching the video. If you guys have any questions or know somebody that is looking at making that transition, please get them in contact with me. In the description, I've also left my direct line if you want to get in touch with me directly. And I also have a form. So if you're in the market for a Spyder in general, if you know somebody that is in the market, have them fill out the form. I'll be sure to get back to them and kind of help them make that transition. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll check you guys next time.